What is a SPAC?
Sure. Well, of course, SPAC is an acronym, Special Purpose Acquisition Corp. And they are an investment vehicle where some people come together and effectively create a hollow business and take it public. And so we created a hollow company, went public on NASDAQ and raised $117 million. And the promise of a SPAC is, we tell all the investors in the $117 million IPO, promise is that we're going to take that capital and we're going to go acquire a business with some industry focus. And so we created a special purpose acquisition corp to focus on acquiring something in sports tech. And of course, when you're raising the money, since you don't have an operating business to talk about, really you're raising the money on the backs of the individuals or the backgrounds of the individuals, or the promise that these individuals can figure out something smart to do with the capital. And so I was very fortunate we were able to put together a great board, a great group, blue chip group that included Reed Ryan, former president of the Astros, Oliver Luck, who had been president of the Dynamo and commissioner of the XFL, David Gow, who started a great sports tech company called Huddle, H-U-D-L. It's the online platform where all high school sports videos go. Steve Webster, a great private equity investor in the city, and I was the chairman of the SPAC. And of course, I've got a sports media business that could be all part of a sports story for our sports special purpose. And on that group, we were able to raise the $117 million with the promise we'd go find a business. And that gave birth to an 18-month timeline, which is what you get with a SPAC, to go and find a merger partner. And so it's been a big undertaking over the last year.
How did that come together? There's some great names, but I mean, did you just run into each other at a restaurant, decide to start a SPAC, or like who initiated like, hey, this might be a good idea?
So I've been reading about SPACs as an investment vehicle, and I got pretty attracted to the idea of doing a SPAC, point one. And then the second was, well, what category, what industry, what special purpose? And coming out of sports, I'd gotten to know Oliver Luck, I'd gotten to know Reed Ryan, because we'd been talking to them about their sports leadership, their properties that they had been leading. And Lawson knew David Gow, because David Gow of Huddle at one point was coming around looking at Houston as a possible destination, and he toured the Cannon. So we reached out to Gow. And so, no, it was about calling up people I knew in the sports space and asking them to be interested in participating in this opportunity. And thankfully, we got them all together. Because honestly, this is one of those things where it took the whole of whom we could assemble, that group, to be able to go out and raise the capital. It was another road show. It was an easier road show. Interestingly, versus the Ashford.com road show, it was planes, trains, and automobiles all over the world. The IPO road show for the SPAC was all virtual, and we knocked it out with about 4 calls a day for about 8 days, and all of a sudden we'd raised the money. So it's a very different business, and Reed Ryan was great. He joined me on the road show, so he and I did the pitch together, and it was a great completion of that IPO effort.